I am so confident she is going to absolutely blow the judges away. A huge fan favorite and one of my personal favorites. She is one of my favorites for the crown. Welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I recorded a Miss Universe related video. Way too long. We are back because Miss Universe is less than 2 months away. It is happening this year in Hollywood, Florida. I'm so excited. I know you're excited. So let's talk about my current favorites for the crown of Miss Universe. I've got to say, like I said in my last video talking about my favorites, this is a very strong group of delegates. Part of what makes this group so strong is that so many of these women have had so long to prepare. So my list isn't much different than it was before, and honestly it's constantly changing because someone who maybe wasn't really on my radar suddenly are putting out amazing content. I'm hearing them speak more. So let's talk about my list. I'm going to share my favorite 10 right now. Again, this list can totally change. Keep that in mind. If I don't share your favorite for the crown, it doesn't mean she isn't on my radar. Let's get into it. First on my list is Canada. Obviously I'm Canadian, so I'm a little bit biased, but Miss Canada has such a strong platform. She is beautiful inside and out, and her message and her voice is going to be heard from everyone around the world. And I know, I am so confident she is going to absolutely blow the judges away in the interview. And as you know, the interview is so important at Miss Universe. Like, it is one of the most important parts. I argue that the interview is now more important than some of the stage portions of the competition. Next up, another strong speaker, Miss Australia. Some people aren't including Miss Australia in their favorites because they say she's too short. And let me tell you, this girl is sharing with the world that height does not matter at Miss Universe. I totally agree with her. You guys know my background, my story of not being the typical Miss Universe body, and that really anyone, no matter your shape, size, height, can be Miss Universe. And Miss Australia is showing us all that. Her speaking skills are out of this world. Her and Miss Canada honestly are going to give all the other contestants a run for their money in the interview. A huge fan favorite and one of my personal favorites, Miss Philippines. Miss Philippines has this aura about her that people are going to want to hear her story. I've shared this before, but she has something about the way she speaks that you just sit on the edge of your seat. You want to hear her story. You want to learn about her background. And what's going to make her, I think, stand out to the judges is the relatability factor. She is so relatable, and I feel like we can all see parts of ourselves in her story. And so that is going to be a big thing for her. One of the things I feel like she, and perhaps even Miss Australia and Miss Canada, can work on, all three of those girls, I would like to see them improve their stage walk. I would like to see them amp up their presence, because not only can you be a strong speaker, you need to have that presence. You need to have that walk. So Miss Australia, Miss Canada, and Miss Philippines, all of them have incredible speaking skills, very good storytelling skills, but I do think they all need to go up a level in terms of their stage presence and their walk. Someone who really has the fire for me in terms of her stage presence is Miss South Africa. She is on fire, you guys. I have to say, when she first colored her hair the dark brown that it is now, I was like, oh my god, no. I liked it when it was a bit more of like the natural kind of sun-kissed, but she's killing it with this dark hair. So much so that I want to go back to my dark hair that I used to have. She looks incredible. And something that she has as well is that soft-spoken storytelling side of her. I can see South Africa easily in the top 5 at Miss Universe this year. Now we have a very fresh and bubbly Miss Peru. I always have to give the disclaimer that I was a judge for Miss Peru this past year, so I was on the panel that chose this woman to represent Peru. I'm trying to not use their names because some of the girls, I can't say their names correctly, and I don't want to use one girl's name and not show the name of other girls, so I'm just going to say their country. Miss Peru, she is just so fresh. She actually reminds me a lot of Madison Beer. She has this very like cutesy look to her, but when she comes out in swimsuit on stage, she is so on fire. It's incredible. I love her, love the way she speaks. I got to hear her in several different interviews, so I know her interview strength. She is going to give the judges what they want in terms of interviews, so I have no doubt about her potential to rise to the top of Miss Universe this year. Next up, huge favorite, not only of mine, but of all the fans, Miss Thailand. The second I saw Miss Thailand competing at Miss Thailand, I was like, this girl can rise to the top of Miss Universe. top 5, top 3. She could win the title of Miss Universe. She really has it all. If there's anything that she can work on, it's something I've talked about before, and that is her speaking skills. Not just her speaking skills, but the way she answers questions. There were a lot of people, including myself, who would have liked to see and hear more from her in the onstage Q&A at Miss Thailand. And I think that's something she can definitely work on and improve on. Maybe she's already improved far beyond, you know, what it was before. So if there's any pointers I would give her, it would definitely be to improve on those spontaneous questions. Now we have Miss Brazil. Miss Brazil has really risen to the top for me. She wasn't really on my radar, and now I'm seeing so much from her. Her advocacy skills. I've also learned that she's a chemical engineer. I don't exactly know what that means, but it sounds very impressive. It sounds like you have to go through quite an education to get a degree like that. So good for Miss Brazil. I feel like that kind of background really shows that she has a work ethic, and I feel like what we've seen from her in terms of when she won her title to now, she is really blowing me away. So I cannot wait to see more of what she brings leading up to Miss Universe. At Miss Universe, I think she has potential to do very well at the competition. Indonesia. Indonesia is a fan favorite. I love her. I think she has such a fun presence about her. She's bubbly, but she can also be very much in the model mode. She does a lot of charity work, which is incredible. She has a great presence about her. She is one of my favorites for the crown. Nicaragua. Nicaragua is absolutely amazing. She has the wow factor. This girl, I would say from what I've seen so far, is one of the most photogenic contestants at Miss Universe, and she's also an agro-industrial engineer. Again, I don't 100% know what that entails, but it sounds very impressive. So not only is she beautiful, she's got the brain, she's got it all, like all of these women. The 10th woman on my list, this is in no particular order, but the next girl on my list is Miss Mexico. Miss Mexico was fighting for her spot among Miss Vietnam, Miss Chile, and a few other women. But why Miss Mexico stood out to me is that she has this confidence about her. She has a confidence about her that I feel like is outshining some of the other girls. She also is an advocate to end gender violence. She's an advocate for women's rights. She's all about female empowerment, and she's also obviously very beautiful like all of the women. She has something about her though. That confidence is huge when you go to Miss Universe. It doesn't matter what kind of degree you have. It doesn't matter what you look like. If you have confidence, you are going to stand out. And the judges always notice confidence over so many of these other things. If you check all the boxes in terms of your interview and all these different things, but you just don't have that 100% confidence in yourself, you will not win Miss Universe. And that is the #1 thing that I tell girls when they're asking me about a competition that they're competing in. They're like, what's the secret to winning? What is it that makes you stand out from other women, from other contestants? And I always say it's confidence. A woman can have the best body or the best walk, but if she isn't confident in herself, the judges are going to see it, the audience is going to see it, the other contestants are going to see it, and she will not win that competition. Whereas if you have someone else who they're confident in everything they say, they're confident in the way they walk, they're confident just in every single thing that they do, what they wear, all of that stuff, they are going to rise to the top of the competition. I could go on and on because there's so many amazing girls. I know there's women I haven't mentioned that you guys love, that I love as well, but I wanted to keep it as short and sweet as possible to just give us that little intro back into Miss Universe videos for myself and for you. Let's just get us thinking and discussing and talking about who we think can capture the crown of Miss Universe 2020. If your favorite is on my list, let me know in the comments. If your favorite is not on my list, also let me know in the comments, but also try your best to keep this space as positive as possible. We all have different opinions. Just because I have an opinion that's different from yours doesn't make mine right, doesn't make it wrong, and it doesn't make yours right or wrong. It just means we have different points of view, which is perfectly fine. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite, if she's on my list, if she's not, and I will see you guys in my next video.